Hey guys, it's Elijah Does Tech, and Chrome OS has been out for 7 years now, and I've had this Chromebook for about 4 years. I've seen Chrome go through quite a bit of changes in the 4 years that I've had this Chromebook, and I know it's gone through quite a bit more in the 7 years that it's been around altogether. But I'm wondering, is Chrome OS a viable alternative to Windows yet? Can you get by on just a Chrome device? Well, we're going to try and answer that in this video. Although this video will not be about the device I'm using, just in case you're wondering, I am going to be testing Chrome on an Acer C710 Chromebook. This is a couple years old. It's got an Intel Celeron dual-core 1.1 gigahertz processor, 4 gigabytes of RAM, and a 16 gigabyte SSD. Not bad by Chromebook standards, but we're going to be focusing more on the software today. Take you back to 2012 when this particular Chromebook came out. Chrome OS was very, very limited in what it could do. It ran Chrome, you signed in, and as soon as you signed in, you basically used the browser. There was support for local files, so you could plug in a USB thumb drive, but besides that, you didn't really do a lot offline. There were a few low quality web apps you could get off the Chrome store that would work online, but nothing that would give you any real productivity once you left your Wi Fi network. It was a netbook. It worked well on Wi Fi, and when you had Wi Fi, it was great. But taking it on the road with you on an airplane or on a road trip, it definitely just. One of the strong points of having a Chromebook, and this has been the same from day one, is that Chromebooks are incredibly fast to boot. They all come with small SSDs, but seeing as they are SSDs, they can boot up really, really quickly. Also, they don't have a full operating system such as Windows to have to wait on. Windows builds up a lot of junk files in the background and over time gets slow, but Chromebooks don't have that problem. So I'll just show you how fast this boot is on a 2-year-old, 3-year-old actually Chromebook. So power button, boots into Chrome, and I can log in, and I want to say that was a little under 10 seconds. That was pretty speedy. So you'd put in your password. And then unlike a traditional Windows PC with a hard drive, let's say, this doesn't have to sit and load programs. This doesn't have to sit and load the browser and Spotify and Steam and iTunes and all your other programs that you typically find on a PC. You are ready to go less than 5 seconds after you get into this PC. Oh, sorry, this Chromebook. And another strong point has always been that despite having very low specs, Chromebooks have always been very speedy. Since there's not a lot of operating system for them to handle, they can really focus on what you're having them do right now. There's nothing going on in the background. This Chromebook is really just working with Chrome. There's no task manager going on in the background. You don't have any apps going on in the background. And so the one thing it does run, it runs very smoothly. So you can see that the scrolling is very smooth on this. And that's always been a strong point, is that for a $200 laptop when this came out, and most of them today are still around $200, they are very, very fast, fluid machines. They don't bog down very easily. You can get a few tabs running on these, and they stay pretty quick. One way that a Chromebook used to be limited is that you had a really hard time downloading really much of anything. You couldn't even download movies off of the Google Play Store. Movies that were in your purchases had to be streamed online, but with a few updates, that's been fixed. Actually, you can go to the Google Play Movies app, and it will bring up all your movies, just like it would on your Android device, or if you were to sign into Chrome on a PC. And you can go to your movies, and it will let you download any one of these. So let's say I want to download Elf. it can download it for offline viewing, giving this a little more offline functionality so that you can continue to use it even when you are not on a Wi-Fi signal. Another category that Chrome OS used to be really, really weak in is offline app support. It used to be that everything had to be done in the browser and that without Wi-Fi, no productivity was going to be done and there really wasn't much you could do. That has changed, though. An example of this is a really good app called WeVideo Next. This is a light video editor that runs in Chrome, and it works just like any other video editor, except it's a lot more basic, but it allows you to drag and drop your images or videos, and you can play audio in the background, and you can edit this and you can export it. So really, if you wanted to, I could edit this entire video and post YouTube without using my PC. Would it be the smoothest experience? No, and it might be a little basic and the video might come out a little clunky and nasty, but it's definitely possible. So after hearing about that, is Chrome OS a viable option for your only computer? I'm gonna say yes and no, and it really depends on who you are. I would say that for the average Joe who just needs to type up a Word document or run a spreadsheet and have internet access and watch some movies, this will be absolutely fine. You will run into no problems. But for someone who like myself who is into PC gaming and video editing and pushes their computer a little bit more, will not this will not cut it. It doesn't have none of the Chromebooks have enough power to really run any intensive video editing program. With the exception of the Chromebook Pixel, the most powerful Chromebooks you're going to get are going to top out around Core i3 and 4 gigs of RAM, which really by today's standards is not that powerful. Um, but one thing I think it is really good at is a secondary computer. I take this to school with me every day, and it lets me get my homework done, and it lets me type essays, stories, and for a secondary computer, it's really good because most Chromebooks actually have really, really solid battery life. This is an older one, so I only get about 4 hours out of this one, but the newer version of this one can hit between 7 to 8 hours, and I know of some that can last up to 15, which is pretty crazy, which makes it an excellent secondary computer to take with you on the go. So, is Chrome OS a viable option to Windows 8 or Windows 10? Um, for most people, I would say yes. Unless you're a professional or someone who really games on their PC and really pushes it to its limit, I think that you could get by with just a Chrome OS device. Well, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you liked the video, and leave comments down below suggesting what you'd like me to do next or what I can improve on. This has been Elijah Does Tech. Thank you for watching.